Social media relationships are permission-based marketing. You create a relationship with a fan, and the idea is to enhance the relationship, to cultivate the relationship, and not abuse the relationship. So it's a dialogue. It's not just, hi, join my Facebook page, join my MySpace page, now please buy my music. If a fan has an emotional relationship with an artist, they will compensate the artist. If a fan feels that an artist just wants their money, then you've broken the bond and you don't have a relationship from which you can derive either support or revenue. It's having continual interaction with people who've indicated that they like your music. So the example that I give, there's an artist that I know in Los Angeles by the name of Emily J. I saw her perform. Her music was amazing. I signed up for her mailing list around 11 o'clock as I walked out the door. Next morning at 9 a.m., I got an email from her. Hi, that's Emily here. Thanks for coming to my show last night at the Mint. Hope you enjoyed it. Here's some other places I'm going to be playing over the next few weeks, and glad that you liked what I'm doing. Now, had I gotten that same email a week later, it wouldn't have been the same thing. I had come home that night saying, boy, she was really good. To wake up the next morning to an email from her was like, wow, she's also really cool. One of the panels I was on was about how indie artists can get their music into films and TV shows. And in the same way that you create a relationship with your fan, you need to create some kind of a relationship with a music supervisor who is being inundated with music on a daily basis. Over the last few years, we've moved from a world, where soundtracks of movies and the music you heard in TV shows were completely populated by big artists and big hits, songs you knew, placed into movies in very clever ways. We've gone through this transition where it is luckily very fashionable to have independent music, fresh sounds, fresh faces used in both TV shows and films. The good news is that this is a burgeoning, widening marketplace. The bad news is that there's maybe 100,000, 200,000 artists vying for that position in Grey's Anatomy. First thing you don't want to do is you don't want to email an MP3 of your song to a music supervisor, because all you're doing is clogging their mailbox. You might send them a link to your MySpace page. You might send them a link to your website. Talk about why you matter. Try and be personable. Try and be different. Not just write, hi, you're really going to like my song, because you probably have 30 seconds to impress.
MyLocationScout.com. List it, rent it, film it.
That's a wrap.